course.
Hola!
Hello.
Hola. What's happening?
Welcome to the We're Not Talking About That podcast.
We're not talking about that.
We are your hosts. I'm Gabe.
I'm G. Gordon.
I'm Terry.
Gordon.
T-Bone. T. G.
The G.
And I think, and that's T-Bone, and I think that he froze up right as we started.
Yeah. There he goes. There he is.
Yeah.
Did I freeze? I'm T-Bone. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
It said something about a higher quality than the rest of you.
Oh, well, there you have it.
All right. And today we're talking about why is the news always bad?
Always bad, dude. Always bad.
It is. It is always bad. So,
So I've put this. I put exclusive coverage here in the corner of our. It's sort of like a newscast.
Well, there's a couple things I want to get to on that one too, but
like right off the bat.
Yeah.
Well, how was everybody's week before we start talking about the news?
Well, you guys know as well as I do. Mine was spent in a hospital yesterday. Steph was having her woman parts extracted.
You don't air all this stuff out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
She had the cancer. They got her to pull it out. So that's what happened.
And the doctor says everything's kosher and good.
He did. He called me and said it went really well.
What you said it was a robot that did it?
Yes, it was.
So the robot talked to you, or
yes. Well, he did. He did it from remotely. I guess. Well, he was there.
Oh.
But in like another room. So I don't know. It's like. But you can do that now from like a whole other place in the world. Like
right in your golf cart, just
operating
on people. Is
he's in Fiji or something. Sorry, what? Apparently, she is in the podcast today.
Oh, good.
Right. So we have a special guest.
She's recovering behind us.
Would you like to come sit and explain it? All right. I'm podcasting. Okay.
It's on.
It's on.
Y'all going to be big stars in Japan.
So, so he was in the room. It was all done by robots. And I guess this whole thing makes it a little less slice open and spend through 2 days in hospital. They got a short stay wing there over at St. Joe's in Burbank where we were. And then they just wheel you in, feed you some stuff. They want you up and out. And by the time we were out, everybody was gone. Like they were just wheeling carts in factory style and walking people around and they're get out.
So someday the surgery is just going to be a pill. And you're just going to basically take a little robot pill and the robot will do everything in its time. Pill.
That should be a fucking EDM song you write tomorrow.
Maybe I need to make robot pill a song.
I'm going to need half that publishing rights just for naming that for you.
We'll talk about that.
I got a song for you too. And I thought it up on the way home as I was watching all the Jewish people go to synagogue. Other thing is future. I'm sitting at Chipotle today. I think it was Beverly. And I saw a delivery robot wheel by in front of me.
Yeah.
They have those.
That happens in your part of where you're working in that part of
it. Right there. And I thought, I wonder what somebody from like Tennessee, come visiting. It's like, the fuck is that?
They're all taking pictures.
What is that thing?
They're all like, oh my God.
It's a delivery robot. So what?
We have those here too in Irvine on the campus.
Oh, I'm quite sure you do. You probably made them there.
They're called Starship, and they deliver food during the regular session of school.
Don't you think that's really mean though? They can't even leave their desks to take a breather. No. We'll have a robot bring it to you.
Well, I just think that
keep with the maths because it's plural, by the way. The maths.
I don't think it was. I think it's just because
you don't think there's just a lot of. I can't solve this problem. I need food.
No, there's not that many options. It's like Panda Express and Starbucks or something. I don't know, but I've never tried it. But I see them come. They're called. So it's the animal is the anteater, and so the noise that the anteater makes, apparently, according to the people here, is zot. So they say zot.
We have Zot or something like that on and through.
So they're actually called Zot bots. That's what people call them, and they are often overturned. So somebody didn't get their food. I see them.
I saw a homeless cat kick one over.
Yeah.
I
thought you said a homeless. I thought you meant a homeless cat.
And sweet sauce was pouring out the top of it.
I was like, a stray cat kicked one of those over. They're pretty heavy for a cat.
Why can't you?
Well, anyway,
speaking of that, I built today T-Bone.
Go ahead. You went into work today?
I did. I did go into work today. Well, we were setting footings for the we're pouring footings for this whole new beam thing that has to hold up the ceiling. So I had to make sure that they put the footings, those metal bits that go on the ground.
Oh yeah.
Got to make sure that they're straight, so the guys, we don't have to tear this all out and do it again. Should be sad. But my proudest moment, I think, today was building a porta potty shroud, and I should have taken a picture of it. I got half-inch plywood. I built in a
graffiti on there to make people feel comfortable when they get in there.
It should. So what I did is I got half-inch plywood and I built a whole shroud around the box, so it doesn't look like a porta potty. Because as you see a porta potty you're like, oh, porta potty.
Then you're homeless cats.
Meow. Yeah,
that's a cat shot too. Cats fucking love us, dude. I'm telling you.
Oh yeah,
later.
But I did the plywood around, painted the whole thing black.
You didn't take a picture.
I forgot to. No.
All right. Well, send us a picture. But I really
got to share.
I think that maybe next week or the week after's topic should be the poets of porta potty, John.
Oh yeah,
that would be an interesting.
Oh man, I should have done that. That book I was going to do was going to called Potty Mouth.
That's right. That's a great idea.
It was bathroom art, which had remember the job we did over there at Topanga. Yeah, they had like 40 porta potties out there, and depending which one you went into, it was fantastic. But hang on, Gabe, before we get into that.
No. I'm just putting up a next slide. Keep going.
I saw the best billboard today. I think. I mean, if you guys have seen this one, then let me know, because it was for the horror movie Thanksgiving. Have you seen that one yet? Dude, the murderer.
My eye and something happened, but I can't remember what it is. I'm going to laugh when you say it because I'll remember.
It's the greatest tagline I've ever heard, ever in the history of movie advertising. So first of all, in the center of the billboard is, of course, a man dressed in a pilgrim hat and, proper old pilgrim attire, bloody, with his head down and looking awfully spooky. And at the top it says, "There will be no leftovers." I chuckled in the cars. I'm like, that is awesome. That is so good.
Is that a real movie?
That's a real movie.
It's a real movie. Yeah, I think it's coming out if it didn't already.
Like in theaters, or is it just a streaming movie?
Yeah, I've seen some commercials on TV.
A horror movie about,
I can imagine sitting around trying to dream that up. And I go, winner, dude, you win all year. You win the whole entire year. That's done. It's good.
Yeah, I don't think I've remember any Thanksgiving movies ever, even a horror movie.
No, I think this is the first Thanksgiving horror.
They don't even have a Thanksgiving special.
I mean, you got Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That's
that's true. That might be a Thanksgiving
horror movie. Somebody like, no, we don't have a Thanksgiving horror movie. Something fresh.
I mean, there's no Thanksgiving movies. I mean, I think that the first Thanksgiving was probably a horror movie in itself, but
yeah,
I mean, that's a whole other thing. We're the rundown to Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's in a few days.
Yeah. It has been passing me by so much. I haven't even realized it's going. I'm like, oh my God, this last weekend, this was the travel day. This was like to get out of town this weekend.
This is it.
We got the 10 shut down. I don't know.
That's right. In Los Angeles. That's right. You had the 10 shut down.
Yeah.
That's awful.
The fire, the arson that was set, which we'll get to that in another week or two too.
Yeah.
Because I got a theory on this thing.
Oh, you do?
That guy who's subleasing might be a troublemaker.
Do you think it was a cat?
Meow. Dude, love us. I'm telling you.
What so that's what I was reading about that is like it's shut down like indefinitely. That's like,
well, it's supposed to open up on Tuesday from what I understand.
That's the word, yeah.
Yeah, that's what the governor said. So
Gavin Gruesome?
Yeah.
Gavin Gruesome. I just wrote that.
Well, that's the other. We're going to get into that in a minute too, because
we're going to talk about California and
it's
the situation.
It's rough because I have a tendency to come home after work, wind down, look at my phone a little bit, but I turn on the TV, and I bitch about this all the time. There's just like the kids will
walk.
What
section do you bitch about?
Be like, I got to turn this off. I don't want the kids to know that the world's fucking crumbling around us.
Well, yeah, so I have here on this slide about the news that 90% of all news media is negative. And that's a statistic that I got off the internet, but I'm going to tell everybody right now there's no source for that information. So that's just like, that's totally not a real number.
Who gave us that number? Was that
It's all,
you?
so it's all over the place. If I look up like on the internet, if I look up like why is the news always bad or anything like that, this statistic comes up. 90% of all media news is negative, but nobody cites it or has any information about it. So um my whole thing is that true? Probably not, actually. There's an actual like study, and I don't know who did this. It's from researchgate.net, that contends that actually most of the news is the headlines in the news are not negative. So I thought that was interesting doing some research
All right, so I'm going to
yesterday.
do something like, what's the last positive news headline you think you've seen? I don't remember.
Right. So are you ready for this? Because I'm about to take you even further down the rabbit hole on
I
this.
can't wait.
Are we going to guess what the best headline we've ever heard is, or we're going right into this is what it is?
Well,
Here we go.
Think about what you.
Yeah, see, she's up and around. Look at this one.
Oh yeah.
Say hi. Well, you're on camera. Welcome to the podcast, honey. Just had her guts ripped out. She's up and around. Check it out. Holy cow.
So here's the thing. People like bad news better. That's why we think that. It's because we're drawn. Okay, this is my theory at least. It's because we're drawn to bad news. It's not because that the news is bad necessarily. It's that we read the bad news. And there is actually a study, a 2023 study, that says that for each additional negative word, that the click rate through a news story, and if you don't know what click rate is, it's basically
how fast you can push the button.
There's
always a speed. It's at a speed thing.
No, it's click through. So it's like you see a headline and you go ahead and
I can click really fast, dude. I'm thinking good. But I used to play Defender.
Asteroids.
I loved it. Defender was so cool. It's almost like there's almost a storyline in that.
Well, I'm going to put a word to it as well. What you're talking about right here, because the Guardian is talking about the 24-hour news cycle. You know, of course, is the old adage: if it bleeds, it leads, which is what, and it's true. We look for that stuff, and that's why I put all those gruesome things on Reddit. Yeah, we look for it.
Not look at it. We have to look at it.
But there's a name for it. It's called, and the Guardian put this at, and I'm sure it wasn't theirs. It's called doom scrolling.
Yeah.
Doom scrolling.
Doom scrolling.
I'm going to join that club.
Is the tendency to continue to surf or scroll through bad news, even though that news is saddening, disheartening, or depressing.
Yeah.
A practice researchers found has boomed since the onset of the pandemic.
Well, that's it. I mean, it says here.
Crime boomed.
Yeah, this study says that for every negative word increase, it increases the click-through rate by 2.3%. That means you have a way better chance as the headline is more negative of having more people go into whatever it is.
Is this from a reputable source?
The Journal of Nature Human Behavior.
Is that a book? Is that a
journal? Nature Human Behavior. I don't know.
Journal of Nature.
You guys don't subscribe to that? The Journal of Nature Human Behavior?
I'm gonna be honest. I can't say that any of this is true.
Well, so this says the study published in the journal Health Communication found that 16.5% of about 1,100 people surveyed showed signs of severely problematic news consumption, leading to greater levels of stress, anxiety, and poor health. A severely problematic news consumption. You have problem,
I mean, I think that we just generally, I guess that we, like most of us, want to read bad news. And I don't know why that is. Like, I wonder what the reason for us, like, we say we want to be happy, and then we like if there's something bad to read about or look at or something, we want
Yeah,
to.
nothing's ever going to make none of us fucking happy anyway. It's the bad news make us happy, and then if we watch the fucking good news, it's like, yeah,
the good news. You're like, oh my god,
new car. That's fucking great.
It's a fucking Disney movie. Oh, great!
Is it
another princess searching for herself? And
is it because we don't want to hear about other people's good fortune, and we'd rather hear about their bad fortune to make our lives better? Is that what it is?
Misery loves company. Misery loves company.
Like, at least I didn't get in an accident this morning and have to go to the hospital in a helicopter,
like this asshole over here.
Like I had to go to work and that sucked, but at least
have you ever researched optimistic news or?
I did not.
Did you ever look? Did you ever see the naked news? Like they're just sitting there naked and giving you news.
Is it optimistic news or is it just naked?
It really is for the most part. Some of it's just the fact, and life sucks. But
where do you watch this? Pornhub?
No, what is Pornhub? Nailed.
Is there? Wait, what is? I've never heard of the naked news, so I guess
I'll check it out when you get a chance someday.
Is it on television? I mean, just
yeah, I think it used to be on like Showtime or HBO or Cinemax or something like that.
Is this an older kind of thing?
Yeah, it was an older thing, but it was like an updated thing. They were kind of. I didn't habitually watch it. I just ran into it. I was like, oh, I could watch the naked news, or I could, see what's going on in Iraq again.
Well, yeah, and I actually have a.
That's about how long ago that was, too.
Yeah, well, I'll look for it, but I have a strict policy against consuming too much news. I listen to like an NPR news thing on weekdays in the morning on my way to work, and that's it. And that's pretty much. I try not to consume news otherwise, if I can help it. Yeah, unless there's a catastrophe.
Do you watch the news, G, at all?
Not much, man.
Do you read the news?
Oh well. I read some stuff off of Reddit.
More reading than watching.
I do more reading than watching, but it's off, it's off Reddit and stuff like that.
He's answering, but he froze up.
The big stuff. Am I frozen? Am I still there?
Yeah, you're here.
There you are.
We didn't hear your answer, even though it probably got recorded.
Yeah, Reddit usually, whatever they put on there, and of course, whatever big stuff. Who knows what that stuff on Reddit, But some of that stuff's coming from
true news. It's just like this show. Nobody knows shit about anything, and everybody's fucking trolling everybody and giving everybody the fucking wrong advice or the right advice. But that's exactly true. Like we should disclaim here. We're not experts on anything.
Yeah, everybody should know that we have no idea what we're talking about.
You think we're coming to the point where it's like, just shut up, No, don't tell me that because it doesn't matter. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. No, none of you do.
Nobody does. But I try to look at the humorous side. That's my Reddit draw because I think trolls are hilarious.
Yes, I agree. But, I love Reddit for the humor.
Whether the news is always accurate. I mean, you're getting some live shit. That's good. I like it too. But I have a tendency, I'm a Jeopardy guy, so I watch TV. So I got to turn on I catch the tail end of the news, which ABC at least always does a very nice story. At the end, something very optimistic after.
That squirrel can water ski.
That's exactly right. And I think that's how you end on a light note since the 70s, right? On these network
news is consumed so much differently now. It's consumed just like we watch our television now, where everything is like everything is streaming. So it's on demand. And so you kind of curate the news. So how many people actually watch like network news from start to finish, like an hour? You like go and watch.
Well, what about the specialty news, like 60 Minutes or something like on a weekend? Do they have like a Sunday, like a, they have an early Sunday one.
Absolutely. I remember growing up.
Yeah, it's like more like a magazine show where there's art, they're bigger
current
sections
affair.
of.
A current affair is a current affair. Remember a current affair?
Don't you diss that shit. I love it.
Remember
John Davidson is currently dating Kathy Lee Gifford.
That was from the 80s and 90s, I think. That was like late
current
80s.
Affair.
A current affair. Did it.
And it's like TMZ now, right?
There was like a triangle that would come up. I remember it would be like, current affair.
We're not going to tell you the truth, but it's going to be awesome.
It was basically the National Enquirer on television.
Yeah, it is. Exactly. Nobody cares.
TMZ. Love that. It's total TMZ.
I'll eat that up with 2 spoons. Come on. Nom, 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 nom. Give me all
TMZ.
that.
TMZ. You're right. It's more like TMZ or whatever that guy's name was who...
So, I mean, that was some like optimistic news. Like, remember what the show was Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
That's true, like, but that wasn't really
celebrity news. Well, it was things you learn about, like celebrities and the people you idolize, and that was like a positive.
Was it positive? Because you could take that, they're like, fuck those guys. You look at the guy, the fucking, he's fucking 10,000 square foot mansion. And fucking, he takes his time. He pounds champagne up his asshole when he's got nothing else to do.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And puts big balls of cheese on his eyes.
But that, you know what? That's a good point because it kind of goes against what I was saying, where we don't want to see people doing good. Well, that's not true because we watch reality television about rich people, like the wives of Beverly.
Yeah, but that's not why we watch it. We don't watch it because we're like, oh God, it's so nice. Look at that.
We're once again wanting to see a fight.
Nice car. Yeah, we want to see. I want to see a Kardashian punch another Kardashian, or somebody did something. That's what it's about. True. It's that. And then that housewife who you don't know is going to bash the other housewife you don't know. And they're going to talk shit in the backyard, and then wine glasses are going to fly. I don't know.
No, it's just overly.
Again, it's just that the desire to see.
We're drawn in like fucking moths, moths
to the nasty
bad news.
I love it. Eat that shit up. Nim 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 nim.
I think that's a good conclusion to come to on this, is that we're just all kind of horrible people who want to see other people suffer more than us.
Well, what is
it? I honestly think if
the Germans have a word for
respected each other a little bit more and treated each other more a little respectfully, it'd be a nicer place. We wouldn't have all this bad news, but you can't get everybody on the same fucking page.
That's not going to happen. Schadenfreude. What do they say in Germany? Is that there's a word for the enjoyment of somebody else's misery?
Nice.
What is that? In German, it's Schadenfreude.
Schadenfreude.
I'm gonna go looking for it. Hang on a second.
Schadenfreude.
Why can't I just say this? Hey, find me. Hey Siri. Wonder if she'll.
You should ask ChatGPT.
Hey, what's the German word for enjoying somebody else's misery?
In German, enjoying somebody else's misery is das Elend eines anderen genießen.
Oh, that sounds like a sentence and not a word.
Well, that was a whole sentence. I just wanted the word. Okay. All right. Well,
I think it's Farfignugan.
Theory.
No. Yeah. Hang on. Damn it, Janet. I love you.
Well, I mean, we can all agree that there is a German word.
Dude. They really cleaned up for that APEC meeting, yeah?
Hang on. Did you guys know that yesterday was the first flight of the B-21 Raider strategic long-distance bomber? And I find it interesting in this time of trouble that this should be happening. I think it's another flying wing style thing, but
wait, who did this? We did this? The United States?
Yes, the United States Air Force. This is it's a B-21 Raider. Just had its first flight Friday.
It's some new bomber?
New long-distance strategic bomber. It's a flying wing, just like it's to replace the B-1 Lancer and the B-2 Spirit by 2040, which I thought was interesting to call something like that. It's the B-2 Spirit, or the Butterfly, or B-2 Marshmallow.
Let me ask you this. Do you consider that to be like bad news or good news?
That's a good question.
It depends on what side. I guess it depends what side of the wall you're sitting on. Like, oh my God, here come the fucking bombers. Are we just warning everybody?
We got money to spend on the bombs.
$520 million.
Spend on the homeless people.
I just want you all to know this is happening right now. So fucking behave yourself. I think it's something like that.
Yeah. I think it's good news. I take that as like positive news. Like we're doing something proactive to
I don't know
protect
about
ourselves.
I don't know about proactive.
We made another device of misery. I'm not sure. I'd call it bad news. I think it's terrible. Like, what's long
Maybe
distance,
that's a good
though?
segment. Good news or bad news?
Yeah, that's it. That would be a good segment.
Here we go.
But what's the range on it? Did it say that in your article?
Well, it's probably classified, but it's long distance. We'll just.
We're going to tell you.
Yeah.
About 5 miles.
It's about 5 miles.
Well, speaking of military conflicts, I think that T-Bone started us off as the president of China visited the United States. He visited San Francisco.
Hang on. Schadenfreude.
You found it.
I found it. Sorry.
Nice.
Sorry to interrupt. Schadenfreude is enjoying somebody else's misery. Okay. That's it.
Well, I was just I'm glad that we got that out of the way.
Let's get that out of the way.
But the president of China came, met with President of the United States, and they had a
JB.
Yeah. Old Joe, and she and
Who
Joe
went ahead and called him a dictator, which was rough.
I think
she.
Joe. Well,
I thought everybody froze.
Well, he is running a communist country all by himself, and he just visited, dude.
So what's the bad news on this?
Well,
how is it good news or bad news?
So the question is, San Francisco has a horrible homeless problem. I mean,
so does LA, but yeah.
But I think
it's the drugs too, and it's the
I mean, and if you've ever been to San Francisco, it's like it's big, like the homeless problem. Maybe it's more pronounced because it's a smaller city, than Los Angeles, but it just seems gnarly. But apparently, for this visit that they had in San Francisco, all the homeless people suddenly disappeared, and
the problem they've been having with this for a long time has suddenly gone away. Now that the leaders are coming, our grateful leaders, our glorious,
and nobody seems to know.
The Olympics get to Los Angeles.
Yeah,
you want to see it cleaned up.
Yeah,
it's going to happen too. There, it's going to go.
The same shit, just in a bigger. Yeah. It's like we were just saying, it's a little bigger, but we're going to see the same shit.
There was no talking about it because
they'll definitely clean things up in LA for the Olympics,
and that all comes back to fucking how the media reports you and everybody else perceives us.
Yeah, that's right.
Because in some countries it's going to be good news that we're cleaning it up. In some countries it's like going to be bad.
Well, that depends on who you talk to. Right here, it's like, I mean, there have been efforts to clean this stuff up, and people get sued, and there's all kinds of stuff, and there's homeless rights, and still a very liberal city. In which case, there's not a lot of the people there that are.
I just find it very hypocritical, to be honest with you, because when we make the same kind of fun, and I'm not condoning anything North Korea ever does. That guy's fucking insane. But when Dennis Rodman's brought in what he describes as like the perfect situation, like the country's doing so nice. You're only brought to these certain places, and the store's pristine, and everybody's dressed nicely.
Well, is that what happened here? Did they just clean up the homeless and
the best they could? They threw them across the street in the hotel, right?
I mean, did anybody read anything about this?
No. See, that's the thing, is I haven't seen anything about where they went and what they've done with them.
The local news stations, I saw a couple of them. I'm not going to name them, but reading from it, there was a hotel, and then there was about 65 rooms at another typical homeless shelter within that area where Apex.
I really want to take a pic. I want full pictures of that place.
I sent you guys
when they kick them back out of there, which they're gonna. Yeah. I want to know exactly what every room looks like.
So hold on, wait. So they took all the homeless people and put them up in hotels away from where this is happening. This is what I'm hearing. And then as soon as this is over, there's going to be like a file, like all these homeless people are going to be kicked out and file out of these hotels.
Well, imagine you're the owner of the hotel, right? So you're like, here, we're going to give you a lot of money, like just, keep these guys in there for like, what are they really looking? They're like, just a lot of money, you know what I mean? So okay, you're paying for damages. And then it's like, I'm kicking him out when he leaves. They're not gonna leave him in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
No.
here's what the mercurynews.com reports. Mercury News. It says 24 hours ago. And at places where open air drug use is typically common, such as the Powell BART station and United Nations Plaza, they moved everybody into designated summit or out of designated summit zone security areas.
Well, that's a mouthful.
But they were basically just forced into the alleys and under the freeways. That's what they reported.
Fenced under the freeways to keep them from going anywhere, from getting out.
Yeah,
you know,
they were basically
just unrolled.
Stay in the alley.
Unrolled.
Like an American man, I want out of here. What? No.
We're having a summit.
Goddamn bet. You let me out of this alley.
And why are we doing this? It's just for appearances in front of the Chinese
leaders. But that's what I'm saying. It's kind of hypocritical that we would bitch about that when we were bitching.
Well, see, the thing is that like
shit, right?
You know, and then everybody's like, "Hey, we got to clean this up. We're going to clean the city up," and they're like, "Oh, we're poor homeless people."
Well, when we do it, it's freedom, so it's different.
Yeah. America.
Yeah. So that's I made this slide. Winnie the Pooh visits Uncle Joe, and this was all the reason that this whole thing happened was the Asia Pacific Economic Cooperation. I don't know what that is. It's I guess they're having some conference where we're like the Asian countries.
APEC,
yeah, I don't know what.
Cooperating with them, we buy an awful lot of Chinese stuff.
Yeah. I think
there's a whole lot of cooperation already going on. Why?
Well, they talked about things like military stuff.
Dangerous countries to us.
Yeah,
you got to keep your enemies close, man.
Well, apparently our militaries don't talk to each other, and they get into like spats or something out.
There's the South China Sea like weirdness that's going on there.
Yeah, like Taiwan, like the whole Taiwan.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's just a matter of time before they tell us, we're buddies and all, but this whole Taiwan thing, let's be honest, it's ours. And then we got to say something about it. And then we're pissed off at them. Russia's pissed off with Ukraine. We got fucking Gaza shit going on over there. And now alliances form, and we've started this third world war, and everybody takes sides, and that's where it fucking gets scary.
Well, China believes that
wars turn into the big one.
China believes that Taiwan is part of China. Taiwan doesn't believe that. They say they're their own country. The United States actually doesn't recognize Taiwan as a country. You know that.
T-Bone froze.
I've been to Taiwan multiple times. And
what were you doing there?
I've been there for work, and one time I went for a wedding. And the thing about Taiwan is there's no U.S. embassy, so you try not to lose your passport there.
It's a free for all.
Yeah, but it's a great country. I mean, wait, it's not a country according to China and the United States, but it's a great whatever it is.
My take on the meeting it's kind of an important thing to feel where everybody's at all times, but yeah. I really like your fighting the power scramble.
Well, I'm going to explain this. So this next slide, I'm showing Xi Jinping, who I call Winnie the Pooh, because some funny people in China noticed that he looks a lot like the Disney version of Winnie the Pooh at some point, but apparently it is not funny to him.
I don't.
No, he's outlawed this, right?
Yeah, right. So you're not allowed to say this shit. And I tried to find information.
And he's not a dictator.
He's not a dictator. No.
So this probably won't make it onto TikTok. Then what you're saying right here, they're going to take this.
I mean, I could say he does not look anything like Winnie the Pooh. We're so sorry. How's that?
Yeah.
Except that he kind of does.
You're a liar. Look at him.
Yeah, look at him. Look at these. Look at these comparison pictures, dude.
They're gonna come visit you.
He is the
little knock. Hey.
He's the spitting image of
That one in the middle looks terrifying. By the way, I don't know what that looks like. That looks like a monster.
If the last picture screened down, I think there'd be a hand just filled with honey in a jar on the other side.
Old Xi Jinping's honey pot. There we go. That one in the middle, I can't stop looking at. That was a horror movie.
It's on Pornhub.
Yeah,
Xi Jinping's honey pot.
Xi Jinping's honey pot.
Yeah,
they're coming for us after this one.
Yeah, no, they're gonna come. They're gonna.
Yeah. You can't.
So, but okay. So those are pictures of she, comparisons. But this other one is a patch. Do you see the patch with the black bear?
That's an actual
punching
patch?
the Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. So is that flag that's on? Is that what flag is that? It's on his shoulder. The bear's shoulder. Is that Korea?
I lost my.
I gotta get a water or something. I'm dying right now. I'll be right back.
I lost my sound.
What? Sorry, man.
Okay.
Gordon took off. He just decided, fuck this. I need something to drink.
Well, he's been taking care of his lady. But as I was saying, so that we have pictures of she. We have pictures of she here, and then the picture you see there, that patch with the black bear punching Winnie the Pooh. So that's actually an Air Force patch for Taiwan, and that's the flag of Taiwan that black bear is holding. So in Taiwan, it's okay to say stuff about
yeah.
Well, he's Taiwan's just egging him on, and that's a bad idea.
Yeah, I think that's a bad idea.
You don't poke the stick at the bear.
Even if it's a Pooh bear.
Yeah, don't poke Winnie the Pooh.
Don't poke the bear. I'm telling you. You don't wake the bear, and you don't
do anything with the bear.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that he hates this and that he doesn't like to be likened to Winnie the Pooh, and it doesn't seem like that she has much of a sense of humor. So
it's a shame. There's so much to laugh about.
Apparently, the Taiwanese military does have a sense of humor, though, because that patch is pretty funny, and I like it. I'm thinking of buying one. You can get them online.
You can?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
scramble.
Yeah.
So that would sound like fight, scramble.
Well, scramble. Because like scramble the fighters, because it's the Air Force.
Really?
Yeah. You scramble fighters.
How many fighters do you think?
You scramble fighters? Is that how you do it?
Versus China.
You scramble fighters. Yeah, you scramble. You scramble jets.
I don't think they really think that they're going to be able to beat China's Air Force, do they?
I mean, they're going to fight back. Apparently, they're going to punch Winnie the Pooh in the face. So
can we get something on like how many jets they have versus like China? I can't believe that's
their statistic.
That's a good idea.
Let's see. How large is the
supercomputer?
Gabe, you're over in Irvine.
Yeah.
Have you eaten there at the Class 302 restaurant?
No.
Taiwanese restaurant. Are you shitting me, dude?
Isn't Taiwanese foods just the same as?
No, it's not the same.
I don't know.
Beef noodle soup. Dude, spicy beef noodle soup.
I got a whole security scan something when I went and did this.
He breaking through on your supercomputer. That's what you're doing. This is the moment where we just made a fucking internet crack thing, like a hacker.
Dude, you better text
a hacker
them right
movie now.
And just let them know you went to CSUN.
Yeah. That's true. That would probably.
And they better stand down.
That would probably. I can't find. Hold on. So it says here that
you're gonna get a knock from the Chinese.
Taiwan Army, 130,000 people in their army. I mean, that's probably okay. Hold on. So we'll just compare armies. How about how large is? So remember that 130,000. It's going to be a million folks. China's military.
Dude, you're in the billions.
No, they're not in that. They have 2 million active and 500,000 reserve.
What about the United States of the America?
Yeah. USA. But we have our military's better.
There's still a bunch of guys, still a bunch of boys from Kentucky.
Is it because we developed these badass weapons and we?
Well, yeah. I mean, we talked about it, right?
Good news, you're saying.
We just talked about our. It is. I guess it's.
See, you said it was bad earlier. But now you're thinking it might be some good news.
We're actually 1.4 million, and since our military is probably 3 to 1, like with gear and stuff.
Yeah, we spend more.
Yeah,
What was the thing? We spend more than the next 20 countries combined or something like that. 6. I don't remember the number, but it's something outrageous.
We spend so much on our military.
Yeah, and we got the dope shit. We do have the dope shit.
I mean, yeah, if you think that like horrible weapons of war are dope, we do have that. I mean,
do you call it dope shit? Well,
I mean,
if somebody's coming after you and you're fighting them with it, it's kind of dope. But
this from the guy who carries the fucking gallon of pepper spray with him when he walks the dog.
I don't think weapons are dope. You know what? I wish the world was a happy fucking place, but you know what? It's not a happy place. It's not a happy place. Everybody's pissed at everybody, and you wish it. All right, everybody, chill out. Everybody like, fuck you. I'm freaking.
Oh boy.
You know.
Okay, well, I think we didn't learn much about anything here. We didn't. I think we came to the conclusion that
come on, buddy,
our military's bigger.
Who's that guy?
Oh yeah, so I guess so. Let's do our next segment, which is, does this look infected? This is a something that we all like.
That's somebody's throat. Is that what happens? Is that what tonsillitis looks like?
Strep throat. Milky.
Do we need a what's this disease segment on here?
We could change it.
We do pretty good guessing these things out. I'd like to know what horrible thing is this that has befallen some asshole.
Well, I'll let you guys guess what all of these things are. So there's a guy with a beard who looks like something's wrong with his teeth.
So that's a grown skunk from Goonies.
That's a set of Jethro teeth from the Halloween place.
He does look like the Goonies guy a little bit.
Hey guys!
Here's somebody's.
Hey guys!
Here's somebody's elbow, which is crusty with crust.
I don't
know how to describe that. It looks like road rash, but this is not road rash. I'll tell you that. And then there is a throat with weird white lines kind of on the tonsil
That is
area.
strep throat, I think.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Okay, so you guys say that that's strep throat.
I think that is, as soon as I saw it.
Okay, so that means
either that or it's
or strep throat
inside of someone's rectum.
Yeah, so so in these three cases,
now you got a different visual.
They're either all, none, 1 or 2 might be infected. So which ones of these are infected? And you can also try to guess what they are. So the first, the guy with the teeth, is he infected?
I'm pretty sure. I don't know if having Down syndrome is infection. I'm gonna say no.
Wow, we just got canceled. Thanks.
It's not any worse than his daughters do to him every single day.
They're gonna, if they watch this right now, they're gonna be so mad.
I know.
So, one of them's really gonna be mad, and I won't.
Dad!
The one with
number 2, I'm gonna say that looks road rashy.
Mm-hmm.
The brown bits,
maybe a burn, and I'm gonna say that's strep 3. So I'm gonna say no, yes.
No, yes. Okay, Gordon.
Well, I can't see the rest of him, so it's a 50-50 on whether the neck down there's something there that's infected. I'm gonna go yeah.
He's got a Trump shirt,
and I still don't know who that is. This elbow is frightening.
He did, but he's.
Am I back?
He's still recording. So he's
so
actually saying stuff. Yeah.
So
So say it again. Yes. No. No. Yes.
This is a skin condition. This is like
Okay.
What are we talking? Number 2?
Yeah.
Number 2. It's not an infection. 3 is an infection.
Okay. Yes, so you're saying no, yes.
Yeah, I said. Okay. I don't know. I can't see the rest of them, but it's a 50-50 shot that it's infected.
Okay. All right. Are you guys ready for the answers?
Everything's a 50-50 shot.
You ready?
Yeah.
Some things are a little bit more.
They're all infected.
Impetigo. What is that?
Oh, impetigo is
nailed number 3.
Yes, and number 3 is strep throat. Number 2, the road rashy thing, is called impetigo. It's actually an infection. Mostly children get it. It's
good thing, Gabe. That's a good one, dude. They're fucking stumpy.
Yeah,
that's good.
It's gnarly.
Who is this?
That's David. So that's David DePape. He's actually going to prison for a long time because he attacked Nancy Pelosi's husband. And,
that's the dude.
That's the guy. Yeah.
So he's infected with stupidity because he didn't have to do that and go to jail.
He is infected
for that long.
You know what? Here I was talking about below the neck, but absolutely 100% infected neck up.
Yeah. I mean, so David DePape.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, good. Here we go.
I have another segment here, and this is our AI art segment, but I changed it up a little bit this week. What I did was
you got in depth.
I asked, so I was like, I don't know what to put for a prompt for AI art to create, right? So I said, let me ask AI what prompt to put into the AI art. And so
So you went full AI. You didn't even give it anything.
I didn't do anything here. I asked.
You let it run wild all by itself.
Yeah. I asked ChatGPT. So I said, please give me an idea for a wacky prompt for an AI image generator. And ChatGPT said, how about a futuristic intergalactic zoo where extraterrestrial beings are the visitors and Earth creatures are the main attraction?
Oh my God!
I'll tell you
this is actually going to be reality.
The shit out of me.
This is going to be real.
Computer says that,
and it knows this is going to be real. You guys watch what?
You kiss up the machines now, you might get a good habitat.
No.
Now, just
kiss up the machines now.
Just so you guys know, this is two separate AI. They didn't know that the other one was doing anything. So the one that made the art didn't know that I got it out of ChatGPT, and ChatGPT didn't know that I was.
I do not like this idea.
So
the extraterrestrial beings are visitors, and the Earth creatures are the main attraction.
So did it give us a picture?
I think I made several. Well, I think this was a Twilight Zone episode. Actually,
yeah.
I think that was a Twilight Zone. Here's what it came up with.
That's nothing like I thought I'd be looking at.
I went a lot darker.
It's AI art.
I went way darker than this.
Cartoony and maybe what Disney would have created in the 50s to show us what the future was going to look like.
Yeah, these are all kind of pleasant. So I think that when I put that in, AI didn't want to scare us.
You got to re-ask it. What does a futuristic human zoo prison look like? Where the aliens?
Well,
I'm going to pitch it dark and make sure it goes there. You know what I mean?
Well, all of these are pretty mid, if you ask me, as far as the prompt I asked. So they're not that good. The one that I am a little weirded out by is the one that looks like it's made of Mexican hats. And that's the one in the middle. And that one's just weird to me. I don't know. Like
Mexican hats? That's what you're getting out of that?
Cactuses.
One on the bottom. Yeah, that looks like that's a fiesta hat down there.
And there's like a parrot and a kiwi bird or something in there. And
we call those nacho hats.
Nacho hats.
Yeah. The cheese is at the top.
You put cheese in the middle of it. And
and you put the chip. I gotcha.
Chips all around. See? You put it on your head. You just eat chips all day.
One of these
that sounds good, actually. I'm going to have a beer and do that.
The one above that is just like, it's like a robot. It's not even like a zoo. So I don't know where it got that.
Yeah, I know the one on the top left. I don't know. None of this is really working for me.
No,
I don't know what's going on.
I think
that's a geodome all the way to the right, right?
So the one to the right is the only one, but the thing is, you can't see the people. You just see like things standing around. So maybe those are the aliens and the people are inside. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, those people are free, so I'm guessing all the unfree people.
Well, you don't know if they're people. You can't see their faces. They could be aliens.
Well, yeah, they're aliens. They're the customers.
Those are the humans down there. They are the captured beings.
Oh, maybe that's
looking down.
Maybe that's the exhibit.
The whole thing.
It looks kind of circular, like it's enclosed.
Yeah. And that's their habitat inside, where they can like eat and mate and stuff. And then outside, you can see them walking around. It's sort of like the gorilla exhibit.
You eat and mate when they tell you, though.
Well, I mean, duh.
So, duh.
Otherwise, you get the taser.
Duh.
So anyway, that was.
I like the pictures, but I think the scary part's the actual question.
Right. Yeah.
The answer report it gave you back.
God, yeah, I was looking for something so much darker than this.
Well, AI is scary.
I was darker too.
AI is scary. Does anybody have a worst thing ever this week?
I've been thinking a lot about the school shootings. That's pretty grim.
That is grim.
The bad news sucked me in.
Way to bring it down.
You asked for the worst thing.
I mean, I was thinking maybe I spilled my beer or something, but that you went to school shootings.
I don't know about the worst thing, but Thanksgiving's coming up, so I think I'm very excited about that.
You don't like turkey, though.
I don't. I'm going to go to Gladstone's. I think I'm going to take everybody to Gladstone's
for Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
get everybody out of the kitchen. Not your problem.
Yeah,
not your monkey, not your circus.
Not my thing to clean out.
That is weird. Do you know what?
There's no family around, just other than us. We're just
God, I don't think I've been to Gladstone since the 70s.
It's still the same.
Well,
yeah,
I like that place. I go often.
Really?
Yeah, probably once a quarter.
Wow.
Maybe 4 times a year, 3 times a year.
Well, for anybody who doesn't know, Gladstone's is a restaurant by the beach. It's in the Pacific Palisades in Los Angeles. So.
Right at the end of Sunset, no? Isn't that where it is?
Yes,
just drive.
It is at the end of Sunset.
You come piling off of Sunset across PCH and plow right into Gladstone's. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
But you could.
Do they still yeah,
especially on Thanksgiving Day.
Please don't do that.
Please don't do that. I'm not suggesting that. It was like
when you take your food home, do they still like make the foil into the shape of an animal?
Do they make a goose foil or something?
Or a crab
swan?
or
that is some 80s and 70s shit.
Yeah. That's what they used to do. Also, just so you know, Gladstone's didn't used to be located there. It used to be at the end of West Channel. Or at Entrada, where I grew up. So actually,
I got a question. Does anybody remember the doggy bag? When was the last time? Did you ever have your parents come home with a doggy bag?
Yes, that's the restaurant food.
It says doggy bag on it. I remember that from long ago.
It's not a real.
We still call things a dog. Dude, it is a real thing. There was a bag with a fucking chunk of meat in it. And then it's a foil lined, and you took in. Here you go. It says doggy bag.
Oh, that's that's definitely before my time.
I'm trying to remember. There was a
before your time.
Maybe it was Tony Roma or something like that. Like they would give you a little doggy bag.
I remember my parents would come home.
Oh,
with a
wait
bag
a second!
That had
I kind of remember this now. I have like a vague memory of this.
Yeah, like they're gonna take the steak you didn't eat. They'll slip it in there.
Yeah.
And
well, it's because you're supposed to take it home to your dog.
Yeah, give it to your dog.
That was when
with all the spices on it.
That's when
there's just when you just feed dogs anything anymore. You're like, just feed them anything.
Dude, when we were growing up, there were only like 3 kinds of restaurants. There was like a steak place, like an Italian place, and like I don't know,
Chinese
a fish place. Yeah, maybe not even a Chinese place because there wasn't like a sit down Chinese place.
Where did you grow up? There's a Chinese place everywhere.
Well, no, we used to call it though. We wouldn't go and sit down in it. It was like. You'd call, go pick it up. There wasn't really any tables.
Yeah, we had one. It was Dave Wong's.
Yeah.
That's where we had. And for Mexican, you went to Carmen's, unless you lived downtown.
That's
then you went to a different place.
That's right.
And then you would go to just Round Table Pizzas where you go, or Shakey's, depending on your...
It was Shakey's for me, yeah.
Yeah.
Now there's like 72 pizza variations, and some of them...
Oh, T-Bone, you got... Did you eat when you were at that space, the job that I'm at before me?
Bobby's.
Did you go and you eat Bobby's? Did you go to Bobby's?
I went to Bobby's.
Dude,
it's okay.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Burned my mouth, destroyed my mouth.
Gabe's music is popular, by the way.
I just
the most popular though. The most popular
right now.
So I've made this. I just want to share with you a video. It's It's young people dancing to my to one of my songs. Hold on.
This is not a real video. This is something.
It's a real video.
I think this is real.
It's a real video. Hold on a second. I have to find it.
I gotta get
phone.
some EDM programs and stuff.
Hold on. Okay. Can you guys see that?
Now, which song is this?
Frozen Chicken Nuggets.
Duh.
Do you know these people?
I've met them.
That's not fair.
They were.
They have to be random. They're not random.
Why? Why does it?
No point.
No point.
No point.
That's like your mama telling you pretty. You can't do it. It doesn't work.
They like it so much they've asked me to DJ one of them asked me to DJ their birthday party.
No, they did.
Nobody ever.
No, they didn't.
They did.
They got to be the DJ at the music convention.
Dude,
we got to play 3 songs. Got 3 songs.
I'm not going to play my own songs DJing. You play other people's songs DJing.
You're going to have a couple drinks in you, and you're going to go, you guys want to hear one of mine?
And they're going to say yes, because they were just dancing to it on Spotify.
Sounds great.
Not to, but I just wanted to remind everybody that I am published. I have published.
I love it.
Here are the 3 songs. You can listen to Frozen Chicken Nuggets, Save Keys, Asian Train. They're all on Spotify. I put a little CSUN thing there. Rising Star.
See, that thing's that's weird to me because I know that you were in Kazakhstan when you did that, but with the CSUN Matador there, it looks like you don't really know how to dress like a matador. You're like, Gabe was trying to be a matador, but he ain't going Kazakh.
Dude, I think that is
That's
a
not how
badass
you
picture.
do matador, Gabe.
I don't care.
See, son,
That's a badass picture.
I've had.
I'm a matador.
In only
no,
the
you're
last
not.
few months. But
You
CSUN
probably,
He's a
a few years
Kazakhstanian.
ago. So anyway,
you could
published.
probably sneak
Graduated
around.
magna cum laude, by the way.
You can probably sneak around
and guess what?
the
It's
back
everybody's
end of.
favorite. Ask the Magic 8 Ball.
Yeah, you could. You could be in the back of Genghis Khan's army and no one would notice with that getup. Who's that guy in the back?
I keep losing my headphones. I lost my headphones. I didn't hear anything you guys said. I'm sure it was all good things about me.
Yeah.
I said you could sneak around the back end of Genghis Khan's army in that thing right there.
Oh, honestly, that's a great picture. That's a great picture.
Thank you. I cut it out. I put it.
One of my favorites. Matter of fact, will you send me that picture? I want to make that like your.
I sure will.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Hey, were you guys able to get onto my iTunes?
No.
I joined you. I did a join thing.
It said that you had to approve.
Okay. Did you send me a request?
Yes.
You did.
Did you approve the one I did?
I approved yours. I didn't.
You did.
Gabriel.
Okay. I haven't looked back at it, so I don't.
Yeah. Because actually Terry's published too on iTunes.
Am I?
Yes.
But not Spotify.
Oh, am I on iTunes? I didn't know that.
Well, I thought you were because that's why I'm.
No, that's that shit's just my personal shit. I've never published any.
Somebody just got slapped with a glove. You're not on Spotify, T-Bone, and he slapped you with a glove.
That's okay.
He's throwing the gauntlet.
We can get you on Spotify for a low price.
Oh, we can get you on Spotify because he knows people. He knows all the Spotify people.
I've just done the research.
You never asked me.
Okay, you guys want to ask the 8 Ball a question? I have it here.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what question would you guys like to ask?
Gordon, what question do you have for him?
I don't know. I want to know about Gabe's continued DJ success.
Oh,
will there be further?
Honestly, what you want to know about? You have an opportunity.
This is an opportunity.
8 Ball.
Anything.
And that's what you're going to ask it. And we can't fucking see it anyway, so we can lie about it.
He knows me. There's just a bunch of dark shit going around in my mind right now, and I don't want to do it.
That's fair.
You want to find out about my my DJ career, huh?
Sure. I'm just going to pick up something.
Will my DJ?
How about Winnie the Ping?
Oh,
something about.
No. Well, let's go your DJ career.
Okay.
EDM man.
DJ career.
It's my DJ
future of Gabe's DJ career.
Well, it's not going to tell the future. You have to be a yes or no question.
Oh. Yes Gabe's or no?
DJ future going to be a smash hit success.
Is my DJ future going to be a smash hit? Asking the 8 Ball. Whoa. Okay. It's just a simple yes.
Tell the truth.
Fuck
what does
yes.
it say?
It says yes.
No, it says
yes.
What does it matter? We don't see it. He's going to tell you whatever you think.
It says yes.
He's going to
no.
As long as he can defeat me, he will tell me.
I'm not defeating you. It's true.
You got to take a picture next time and then show a picture immediately.
You got to take a picture.
You know what I forgot to mention is that so anybody who sends us a comment or goes and watches my music, I have frozen chicken nugget stickers that I for my single. So
oh my God. He's going all the way, T-Bone.
I have a number of these.
I see it. I'm just hoping that he doesn't write a song about a big black dildo.
Oh my God.
Stickers get weird.
Oh yeah.
Frozen chicken nugget stickers for you.
You got to write. What was the Big Strong Greg? I think that needs to be written.
Big Strong Greg.
Yeah, it's a big old bow with a couple of boop, 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 boop. Hey, I got a question. I had one when I was driving around the car thinking about stuff. I was like thinking about starting over. Like, you can do anything you want, really. Like at this point, like, what if I just desired to be a doctor right now?
You could.
You know what I mean?
You could do it. That's what I say to people.
At 54, like if I went and like threw everything I had at that, you know, like just everything else stopped and full blown. And the minute you walk in a non-training facility, you know, with a coat on, you know, you've done the thing. What'd you do? It's like, that's 8 years. You know what I mean? You don't have nobody have a desire to do that, but you could be.
I mean, that's the wonderful thing about it is you can, if you have the access, you could do things. And that's why
if I said, I really wanted to be a garbage man, like right now, you know what, fuck everything and everything. I'm just going to be, I want to do this. I want to do this.
Is that like just an example or?
I don't know. Yeah, it is like my buddy Chip. It was he was a software guy who really wanted to fly helicopters, and he just fucking threw everything he had at it, and suddenly he was
working for Chip.
dropping water on fires and camera, and then he died.
Oh,
wow!
That was just recently, right?
Dude,
in a
what
helicopter.
is with this episode? Recently? You guys keep bringing it down. Fuck.
I'm not bringing it down,
dude. Like
happened.
I'm like, oh, what worst thing ever, T-Bone. School shootings. And you're like, oh, the inspirational story of my friend Craig who died after he changed careers.
No, he did. I was just thinking that we're like, wow, people can just
die.
You just really kind of
see.
You got to kind of take that risk with that kind of jobby.
So, did he die in a helicopter?
Yeah,
it's even worse.
But he made it all the way through. He went past helicopters into flying Learjets privately, so he got into that license as well. He was so into it. And
did he crash?
A helicopter, unfortunately.
Yeah, those are dangerous.
But he had crashed one before and survived, and everybody else in there survived. He broke his feet and a back problem.
Dude, that's when you stop doing it.
Hey, don't you think it's weird that the Blink-182 drummer got into 2 plane crashes and walked away from both of them?
Yeah, he better not get on a plane again. Those are.
Do you think it's weird that Tom DeLonge, his bandmate, is such a fan of aliens and is getting too deep into it? I don't know.
Government's watching him.
They said, "Listen, we're going to kill your drummer. You got to chill. We're going to kill your drummer, Tom." What about me? No.
Who's Tom DeLonge?
Going to kill your drummer. It'd be hard to find another one. I want you to think about it.
I don't know.
That's a guitar player for Blink-182.
Oh, I've never listened to Blink-182.
I don't listen to him either, but I just hear about this dude like into the alien.
Deep dive.
Very convinced.
Deep dive into it. He's a rock star that got again. The whole like deep dive thing. I'm a rock star. I kind of interested in the UFO thing, but I'm gonna deep dive the UFO thing, and we're gonna like go hard at it, and then I'm gonna write a paper that supposes something that is maybe a little too close to the reality, and then you get a knock on the door. Hi, how are you? Can we have a conversation?
Well,
that's how that happens. But that's how that happened with Skunk Baxter from Doobie Brothers and Steely Dan.
There's actually Friday, Black Friday. There is a event some friends are having about Steely Dan. Speaking of Skunk Baxter, but have you read his Wikipedia on what he's actually accomplished and done, and what he's affiliated with?
He is very into the military complex. He wrote a paper.
Real deal, yeah.
He wrote a paper on missile guidance systems or something. He's a smart dude, and then the government came knocking. They were like, "Good idea, and let's talk."
I saw Steely Dan at Shoreline once in the 90s.
You did,
yeah.
That's 90s. One of the rare things they didn't really.
Donald Fagen was still alive at that time. It was actually a really good concert. I was
we cornered him.
I was sort of a hippie at the time.
We cornered Baxter in the studio when we were in because we were in there with him, and we said, "Just tell us the truth, dude. What's going on with the aliens?" And he said, "I can neither confirm nor deny. I can neither confirm, just like a regular.
I don't know,
just like a regular government."
AI bot would. That's actually at this Black Friday. I can't remember the name of the bar. I'll let you guys know if you're interested. Though Black Friday. It's just going to be all Steely Dan type night, but
cool.
I'm going to dress up as Skunk Baxter. I think
you should get you some chops
there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is the math problem
of last week. week.
Oh,
and that's
last
everyone do.
The answer was 2. I think I guessed 2. I think you guessed 2 also.
I guessed 2. Yeah.
What did I guess?
I don't think you guessed 2.
I think that I guess 8/3.
I think that was it. Yeah. But
I never get this.
You don't get it right.
What's going on?
So that was the answer, and so I put a new one. So here's the math problem of this week. Okay, hold on. An equation of the straight line, which is perpendicular to 3x minus 4y equals 5, and passes through the point -2, 1 is, and then you have 4x plus 3y equals -10. 3x minus 4y equals 10. 4x plus 3y equals -5. -3x plus 4y equals 10. 4x minus 3y equals 10.
No one's going to remember that.
No, I know. That's the best thing about this is that it's really hard to do this math problem. But if you do it through a podcast just by listening, you're pretty sweet at math. Like if what I just said, if it jives in your mind and you just actually do it,
call us. We need to talk.
Yeah.
The government's gonna come and knock on your door.
The government's gonna come and knock. Hi, we need to talk.
We heard you solved the math problem.
I don't know. How'd
you do that?
Say...
I don't know what the answer is. I have no idea. I don't even try.
I have no idea.
Yeah. We just put this in to make ourselves look intelligent.
We're not.
That's true.
I mean, I'm not.
I mean, I'm highly educated.
I got a 20% shot right here. I mean, that's awful odds. 20%.
Passes through -2. It is. I'll
let you know tomorrow.
I don't know. This is like one of those rise over run things, or I don't know. I don't remember.
I like the fact that you're putting a math problem in.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, I think it gives us class. Like we have like some sort of scientific.
It's like doing mental stretches at the end of a exercise.
Yeah. I mean, and also you guys brought this thing down so much with so many sad stories.
I did not.
I had to do something. And then
Dude,
he died.
If you're gonna give us a topic of bad news, we're gonna, just like the average person, draw to it like a moth.
I always hope that we could be uplifting, but today we weren't. So
you got to meet my wife. You have met my wife. Both met my wife.
Met your
She's
wife.
Very uplifting. She is an uplifting person. Yin to my being the yang. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm Mr. Negativity.
You're not that negative. The real dark horse around here is Gordon. So.
Oh yeah, you can see it in his eyes.
I'm not that dark.
He's usually pretty.
He's an outlaw.
Yeah.
See it in his eyes.
See it in his eyes. He's an outlaw. No, he's a good boy.
No, he's good, baby. We got to send
it's a frozen chicken nugget sticker.
And if
why is it all purple?
What we just referenced.
Is that the frozenness of it?
That is the it was in outer space. First of all, in the actual on the actual single, it's outer space. And I took this.
And that's why it's frozen.
This is an actual chicken nugget. I took a picture of a frozen chicken nugget. I put it on a toothpick. I put it in a background. I put a pink light on it, and I took this photo myself. So
that's a real nugget.
It's a real nugget from a bag of chicken.
It looks like a cartoon nugget. You could have saved all that time and just made a cartoon.
I thought that was from the movie Heavy Metal.
That's how they used me. That's how they did meteorites in the movie Heavy Metal.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's sweet.
He died, she died, they all die.
So, I think that what did we learn today? Not much.
No,
we learned that media is programming us, man.
That's true. It's true.
We're being programmed.
We learned that
make wise choices.
The
only way to save yourself is to opt out.
The Chinese dictator looks like Winnie the Pooh. And that Taiwan is not a recognized country. There's a number of things we learned. And
chicken nuggets in space are purple.
Don't fly helicopters. Chicken nuggets in space are
Don't
purple.
fly helicopters.
With that, we have a website. It is up. It is fully functional now. It is nottalkingaboutthat.com. That's nottalkingaboutthat.com. You can email us at theguys. That's THEGUYS at nottalkingaboutthat.com. And
now, does that work?
Yes,
it works.
Everything here works, dude. It's not just for show.
Okay.
I don't
know. It looks really good.
A professional.
For show.
Thanks.
Yeah.
We also have a TikTok. That's our main social media. So if you want to see our TikTok, where you get excerpts of the show and other videos, which we make, not talking about that pod is the TikTok. So at not talking about that pod.
Right.
Follow, like. We're also on Apple Podcasts too. So get on there.
Oh yeah, right there.
You need to find us. We're everywhere.
Apple Podcasts now.
Apple Podcasts. And we have 9 followers on TikTok, by the way.
There we go.
And they're all cat people or something.
Dude, isn't that weird?
9 people.
And they're all cat people. I love it.
Yeah.
We're cat people.
What does that mean about cat people?
We're drawn into each other.
I mean,
cats love us.
Oh, I get it.
It's probably because I like cat videos. But
that's what it is. It's cat videos. Do we have cat videos on there too?
We don't have cat videos.
That's the cat videos.
I love the ones where they always said a cucumber right behind the cat. The cat freaks out. Anyway,
terrified
talking to you guys.
Yeah, good talking, you guys.
Right, guys.
See you guys next week.
Yeah, talk. See you later.
All right.
Yeah, most appreciated. Adios, amigos.
Bye.